Guardians of the Galaxy game is a game basically that came out, well, out of nowhere. I remember the game just being announced, like, yo, there's going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy game, a review trailer and all that. And like 3 months later, the game was out. So it wasn't like one of those games which was announced a year ago, 2 years ago. It just got announced like the same year, and also it got released in like the same year as well. So obviously it didn't market itself like, for example, how Marvel's Avengers game, or how Gotham Knights, for example, did its marketing as well. But the reception of Avengers, and also you could also say Gotham Knights, yeah, which came out this year. But though it might have been a blessing in disguise, because when you think about it, now you get like a game which is being reviewed by just people who play games because they are interested in them, and they just and they enjoy them. You get reviews from such. For example, now you're getting it from a gamer like me who played the game solely on how other gamers just enjoyed the game, and how they didn't expect the game to be just as good as it is, you get. And you start the game, and the first thing that you know about the game is just how genuinely beautiful the art style of the game and the visuals just look. From the characters to the environments, like you just look at how the art style and just how good the game just looks. It's just like pleasing to your eyes. Like, this is an actual space game. You're looking at different places, not just changing the color palette of the screen and you call it like, oh, we're in a different planet. You get to see biomes which actually just look very different, like, we're actually on a different place than we were in like the previous mission or something like that. You start off just the typical Guardians we have grown to love, especially from the movies, you would say. I think the game was kind of inspired from, I don't know about the comics, I haven't read any Guardians of the Galaxy comics, but I think from my perspective it was kind of inspired from like how the movies are, though the characters look nothing like the movies, by the way. And then what happens next is like, peak comic book, video game type of shit you have experience in general. It's just like, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, the game is just so peak comic book. Like, everything you just see from a comic book, that's what happens in this video game. And wow, to be honest, you just have to experience it yourself for you to understand what I really mean with this. The characters and how they evolve or develop is so well crafted. Credits to the dev team with this. They all get a little something, like a little bit of story, a little bit of something just attached to them. Even if they're just like you can just tell like, oh, this is like an obscure character, like just side characters even there. We also get a little bit of story added to them. I'm not even joking with you right now. Like, even a damn space god, like, this is so early in the game, but a damn space god you found early in the game also gets character development. Like, this is how good the character development in this game is. By the time you finish this game, this is a game that takes your traditional heroes from the comics, or at least say from the movies as well, and just redesigns them, you get, and nails everything down. Like, the characters look so unique. You could tell the difference. Like, these characters are the best of these characters, but they're so unique to the game to the point where you could just recognize, like, this is Peter Quill from Guardians of the Galaxy game. This is Gamora from the Guardians of the Galaxy game. Like, this is how uniquely looking the characters are. In the boss fights, oh my god, man! In this game you get to experience some of the most batshit insane boss fights you ever experience. Like, especially if you say for a superhero game, they don't keep the boss fights to just regular small boss fight. They go big, like bigger than you would think with the boss fights, to the point where you're just like, wow, man, this is like peak gaming right here. Like you're playing a boss fight. You're actually, you're immersed into the boss fight to the point where you feel like, yo, I can't believe I'm actually I'm actually in this position. I'm actually in this boss fight. This is how good the boss fights are in this game. And the character designs for the boss fights as well, they're just so uniquely made as well. It's just like, not just the character design, but the gameplay, the boss fight gameplay. It's just not like, shoot, beat down boss fight. No, there's a certain level of mechanics to the boss fights as well, which you need to know to beat them. And you also add into the beautiful level design of this game, and you get and what I mean by this is just how like the sounding areas of the game look like. You get that feeling of, or you could say that feeling of like, oh, you're actually in a boss fights layer with just how the level design for just the whole game is, but also for the boss fights as well. So I would like to point that out, which also just gives you that immersive feeling, like that special immersive feeling where you don't get a lot in games nowadays, you could say, yeah. And like by the end of it all, with how each character gets stronger through the game's storytelling, and how they go from being unfamiliar with each other to being relatable with each other. And I have to say, like, this is one of my favorite things, you would say, or it's something that I've grown to appreciate in video games, where you unlock new abilities through character progression. And what I mean by this is not just like leveling up numbers, it's by the character themselves, like character development, as it is called. That's how you unlock new abilities. I think it adds meaning to the abilities you unlock, and that's like just so much better than it being a grind fest of unnecessary farming gimmicks or battle, waste of battle passes, like doing activities that sort of, and you know what I mean, like, if you hate this, welcome to the club. Like, I really despise that, and I'm glad this game doesn't have any of that crap in it. Even the costumes as well, you just unlock them by just playing the game, the story, and enjoying yourself. And that's what matters the most to me. Not feeling like it's a responsibility, but rather it just being enjoyment, just vibes, good vibes. You're enjoying the game, and yeah, I tell you this, the game is like hilarious as well. I don't know, it's just like every joke almost sits in this game. Like, I don't know if I've ever played a game as funny as the Guardians of the Galaxy game. I don't know if they had like pure comedians like for the voice actors, but this game is like genuinely hilarious, I tell you that. And like, I think also the developers of this game understood the assignment to the point where, I'm not even joking, this is kind of spoiler, but the game just decides to end in the middle. You are playing the game just decides to end based on a choice you make, and it just rolls credits. Like, the credits just start rolling, and you're just like, it's not even a perfect ending at all. It's just like the credits just start rolling, like the game just finishes there, and you're just like, what's happening? You get, this is how funny this game gets. The devs actually just cooked more than anything, you could say. Brings me to the point also of this video, yeah. I would say superhero multiplayer games are just kind of unnecessary, in my opinion. Give me a superhero team game, right? Like this, and that prioritizes characters first, and gameplay and overall game enjoyment over stuff like online yada stuff, that crap. Any day I'll play it and I'll enjoy it more any day over Avengers, over Gotham Knight-esque type of games, I'll tell you that. But at the end of the day, maybe it's just me who prefers superhero team games like this. And I'll tell you this, like, this game, I don't know how to say, but it just deserves a sequel. Like, I would play a sequel for this game. This is how I really enjoyed this game. It just sucks that, you know, the game just didn't get enough praise, enough hype around the gaming community, but to almost everyone who has played this game, like, it's one of those hidden gems, you could call it. But this is just based on my opinion, so give Guardians of the Galaxy game a shot if you haven't. The feels you get when you are done with the game will be worth it. Like, you almost cry. I'm not even joking. It'll be worth it, all of it. It has definitely been one of my favorite playthroughs over time. It's over time, I mean, by it's a very memorable you know, I can't really say memorable, but a very memorable game to me. And yeah, just give it a shot. And when you do, I hope you really, you know, have that experience that I felt with the game. And also, you just have a good one as well. So with that, we just end this video, you could say. This is one of my first, you could say, game reviews. I don't know how I did, so I would like you guys to give me your opinions on how I made this video. You know, I would really appreciate it. Any thoughts on whatever I talk about, leave in the comments as well. And if you are also interested to watch the playthrough that I did, I'll put the playlist for the Guardians of the Galaxy game playthrough link in the description. You know, check it out, and thank you very much. And if you made it this far, I don't know why. You know, you just have to subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Leave a like as well, and also, like I said, leave a comment. And thank you very much. I'll be making more review videos of the games I play. Next up will be God of War and then Spider-Man 2. So yeah, turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on this video. And that's it from me. This has been Xaij. Peace out. Bye bye.